Well, hello guys, and welcome to Rob's Arcade. I'm your host, Rob French. Now, I'm also known as Red 5 French, and today is Friday, and we know what that means. It'll be Monday before we know it, but it's also New Game Friday, and now typically I save my New Game Fridays for new games or new games in my library. And even though Fortnite is not a new game, it is a new season. So I figured we'd do New Game Friday with a review of Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 4, which will probably be my favorite season out of all seasons, simply because of the overall Marvel comic book content we have in this season. Now, right now there's not a whole lot of stuff in the locker, but I feel like as we get closer and closer, or get more into this season, we will see more and more hit this locker, and I will probably be spending a lot of my V-Bucks here in the locker. If you are like me and you're going to plan to do the same, let me go ahead and put this out there real quick. Support your creators. You can see down there, support a creator, click square with your PlayStation, whatever, if you're Xbox. Type in your creator, support your local creator, support your community. If you don't have one, use the one I use. That's the Real Raposa. If you don't know who the Real Raposa is, there's his name right there. You can follow this guy on Twitch, the Real Raposa TV. Really cool guys and real cool content. But let's go ahead and jump into this battle pass and check this out for this season here. Of course, we've got Mjolnir and Thor. Thor's cape here looks pretty dope. Let's go and check out the skin. Dig into the style. I'm liking the comic book style of the characters versus like a more cinematic, which of course makes sense. Fortnite's always lent itself to being more of a animated, kind of like a Pixar animation with guns, if you ask me. The MCG. I guess these are the Marvel Comics gliders. Little banner there. Now it seems like the only two characters who can wield this are Captain America and of course Thor. Other characters won't be able to wield the hammer because they are not worthy, which I think is, makes sense. It's really cool. Really cool idea there. Now, it looks like the first few levels here are all Thor. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, as you get challenges done, you can unlock the power of certain characters. We'll look at that too. And then this is all She-Hulk. I was interested to see the Jennifer Walters skin pop in the game. Interesting choice. You don't really see like the Steve Rogers or the Logan in here, but it'll be cool to actually see this character Hulk out, which I think is what they're going for. It's one thing to put the Hulk in the game, to actually see a character Hulk out will be an interesting. These are her harvesting tools there. But yeah, I think the actual hulking out will make you feel more like you're the character, and like there you go. Kind of give you some power for those biceps. Anything I think that's just going to make you feel more like a superhero, like that kind of stuff right there, the sapling light. It's just really going to enhance my gameplay. Not necessarily my skill level, but it's just going to enhance my gameplay. Just all of this comic booky kind of stuff here. It's all Groot. I think that would make a pretty cool tattoo, if you ask me. Liking the Groot skin. I've seen different, that's pretty cool. I like the artwork there. I've seen some pretty cool features in stream where they utilize a lot of characters' powers, like you can do the Groot ball for protection and for speed to get out of storm. Protection against bullets and damage. Dr. Doom's beams and blasts. Oh, that's pretty cool. A little rocket action. Tony Stark's weapons are laying around. He's got a rifle out there, which is really cool. Storm action, one of my favorite characters. Yeah, see stuff like that, you know. Even like throwing on the Thor skin and then dropping down with some lightning bolts. I mean, that's just going to be really, really fun. Debugs. But yeah, it was really cool to see, really happy to see some laser weapons reintroduced. When they did Star Wars, they did some laser stuff, which was really fun. And I would love to see more, like, kind of zanier weapons pop in and out of Fortnite. Plasma rifles, pulse cannons, all that kind of cool stuff. Oh, that's pretty dope. Little storm action there. Next on Dr. Doom. The villains made more sense. A lot of people were like, I was surprised to see characters like Dr. Doom and all this stuff kind of pop in. I wasn't really. It made a lot of sense to me to have more villains in the game versus the superheroes, because the heroes don't use guns. And like I said, I know it's like, you know, Fortnite kind of lends itself to being more kid-friendly with its animation. Like I said before, kind of like Pixar-ish style animation, but it just doesn't make sense to me to have like characters like Spider-Man running around with a gun when you can do characters like Dr. Doom. You know, even like Dr. Octopus, I could see carrying a gun before you know, Captain America would. Groot makes sense. You know, we've seen Groot tear ass in the Guardians of the Galaxy with a rifle, so that makes perfect sense. Captain America would use a gun to shoot the gun out of a bad guy's hand. I don't know if he would use it to drop a bad guy. But in the past, too, they've done like Batman. You know, people would argue Batman would never use a gun, which isn't completely true, but he's not known for using a gun. So I was happy to see characters like Dr. Doom come into play. Mystique. You know, we definitely saw her use a gun in Days of Futures Past, so... Just being a villain, like, you know, characters like, of course, Deadpool and Punisher, these kind of like anti-heroes. You never really know which side they're on. They're more known for using guns. If they were to introduce like a Spider-Man type skin, it'd be cool, but I just don't see Spider-Man running around with a tactical submachine gun, which has been reintroduced. I'll talk about some weapons in a minute. Oh, that's really cool. Speaking of weapons. Later on as Mystique, you can eliminate your opponent. Take their form. Of course, the man, Tony Stark here. This should be chest bling. Instead of Iron Man getting back bling, he should get like the chest bling. Alright, then you got the Tony Stark in the onesie here. Now again, I guess this is what they're going for with the whole She-Hulk thing. You know, you'd almost want to see like Tony maybe in a suit or something like that, but they got him in his undersuit for the nanotech Iron Man suit. And I think it's just more so when you actually suit up, it gives you more of a feeling that, you know, you are Iron Man playing a game of Fortnite. Check this out. Oh, that's pretty hard. seen some looks like some Quinjets flying around the map with what looks like Ultron's guards kind of guarding it. And I think that's where you get the Tony blaster from, kind of like the same in the Star Wars event where you would hit up the little crash sites and the little compounds and get the blasters from the stormtroopers. Here we go with the boom. Beautiful. And like I said, there you go. You get the suit. You know, you actually see the suit kind of appear there. Alright, ready for action. You know. Pretty cool. Battle Pass looks pretty cool. Like I said, I think out of all the Battle Passes, you know, sometimes, like even with the last season, it was like, okay, if I don't get the tier 100 skin, I wasn't really going to be crushed. Even with Season 2, as much as I loved all of that, there was no skin that I felt like I had to have. Unlocking Maya and kind of doing that whole edit thing was a lot of fun, but aside from that, there was nothing I felt like I really needed out of that Battle Pass set. I feel like every character in this Battle Pass I'm going to want. And then over here we have, of course, the Wolverine challenges, which is what I was really excited about. I feel like if there's any hero in this lineup that's actually going to use a gun, this is going to be the one. And that's just like my own little personal quirk there, you know, having characters that actually use guns within this video game. But, you know, if you've read the comics, you've seen Wolverine in the origins with his Weapon X stories and sagas, and, you know, he definitely is a soldier. So seeing him running around with rifles and shotguns makes complete sense. And also like that this is a character you get to unlock, sort of, I guess, like semi-Deadpool when they did Season 2, just going through and unlocking the challenges. First one here is, you know, of course, investigating the mysterious claw marks, and then you get this cool spray banner there. Here's kind of what I was talking about. You get that Origins, Berserker mode. So famous. What we're so famous for. Got a little back bling. Oh, see, now this is crazy. You can never put a. He must have shrunk that down with a ray or something. Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, shrunk that down for him. You can never put a Sentinel head. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like it. Got the spit lines. What a cool skin. Hopefully they'll also do something maybe where you can edit this and get the brown-orange skin with that suit. I always love that suit a lot. Here we go, Weapon X. That's what I was just talking about. And there you go. You get closer to the end there. You get to unlock the Wolverine claws with that famous sneak. Then here we have like the hub for all the missions and everything. They kind of introduced this. I think this chapter, I believe this is how the challenges and everything were set up before. You got your little punch card area here. Kind of, you know, unlock. Keep track of little challenges here. Pretty cool. Then of course you got your main map challenge. Visit the Bifrost as Thor. Looks like it's just around the Authority there. And then this is nice. This kind of gives you an idea of like where you can start searching to unlock a lot of these little challenges here. Still got the vehicles, you can gas up your vehicles there. Yeah, it's there, got the eliminate Stark robots at the Quinjet patrol landing sites. Now they're called the Stark robots, but if you ask my opinion, those now belong to Ultron. There you go. So you got your little hub there. Kind of keep all your challenges kind of organized. Kind of see what you're dealing with. I really like. I didn't do a lot of challenges before this new chapter. Um, but the way they have this set up, it's almost impossible not to get into it, and it's kind of like going through like a chore list. And then you have this comic book down here, which is really cool. It ever loads. There we go. So you have the cover there, the Nexus War. It's just being glitchy. Got all the credits here for the comic. Greg Land is an amazing artist. I really like his stuff. Got some recent work that he did on the Symbiote Spider-Man. Really cool story from I think Peter David, and then Greg Land did the artwork on that comic. It was really good. I like his style a lot. He's got a really cool, realistic look to his art, and a lot of that comes from his references come from magazines and movies and stuff. And he's actually been known to use like porn as references for like female characters to get some really cool poses and stuff. I don't know why this comic's being so glitchy. Half a page there. One thing I would like to see from the crossover is actually see some Fortnite characters appear in the Marvel comics. I'm sure they will do something like that. I'm sure that's on the horizon. But you know, we got the Marvel characters popping into this universe. It'd be really cool to be flipping through the pages of an Avengers comic and not be doing this. Awesome! Look at that. That's really cool. To be flipping through the pages of a, like an Avengers comic book, and there'd be some crazy breach happen, and all of a sudden you've got like Peely, Jonesy, and like Maya all hanging out in the Avengers Tower, and they all go on like a cool little adventure together, a little mini-series. That could be a lot of fun. Yeah, see, I feel like this is going to be on the newsstands, in the comic book shops. And if they're smart, they will they'll do like a little mini-series, a little run with that. And a friend of mine, actually the real reposter, was like, does this mean that Marvel is now part, or Fortnite's part of the Marvel universe? And I was kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of a stretch if you ask me. Like, I don't know if I would necessarily say that's the case. But after seeing how this game is laid out, I don't know. I kind of feel like they are. Like, these characters in Fortnite are now kind of part of the Marvel universe, and they're all part of one big giant universe. And if anybody knows about the Nexus in the Marvel universe, they know that there's there's Nexus beings. But there's an actual spot called the Nexus in the Marvel universe. It's in Louisiana, in a swamp. And in the Marvel universe, this one spot is where all the universes kind of connect in that Marvel universe. So, who knows? Maybe this Slurpy Swamp there's a nexus there that kind of connects all these universes, and now Fortnite is now part of that universe as well. So, I would definitely have to say yes. Now, having looked at this Battle Pass season. Now here's the item shop. There's not a whole lot happening in here. I kind of popped in here last night and did a little PSA, kind of again talking about supporting the creators and stuff. As the season goes on, we'll get some really cool stuff. We'll get some really cool skins, some really cool back bling and harvesting tools and emotes, I'm sure. You just gotta be patient. Some of the things I'm not overly thrilled with in this season. The charge shotgun is still hanging around. I wasn't sure what I would be more excited about with the season coming up. Is it the Marvel stuff, or the possibility that the charge would be gone? But the charge is still hanging around. The pump is back. It looks like the tag is gone. There's some really cool weapons. The boogie bomb is back. traps are back, which that's kind of like a nightmare for me. I have always hate those things. I have dreams about walking into traps in my dreams. It's awful. Um, the cars, I said, like I said, are still available. It looks like the Marauders are still hanging around, which I'm not a huge fan of those guys either. Yeah, put the Marauders in a Marvel comic book. That'd be kind of cool. Still got the vehicles, the Marauders. Oh, so yeah, we got the Shield air carrier here, which is really cool. Got the jets flying by. Almost thought they might change the battle bus into the air carrier, but having that be the drop point, thought was really cool. Land around the Authority. The Authority's still here. The map hasn't changed up much. The map's pretty much still the same. Though we do have some like cool things, like, you know, over there you can kind of see the Sentinels. I think there's like a statue around here somewhere that you saw in the trailer, I'm sure. Yeah, it's over there. There we go. See, sharks are still here. I'm trying to find these Bifrost marks. Of course, I'm not Thor. I'll probably find them as Captain America, not Thor. There's supposed to be some Bifrost marks. It looked like it was just around the Authority, but I haven't seen them. Alright guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Like I said, overall, you know, like just being a comic book fan and having been one for, gosh, like the last 30 years or so, I think this is going to, like I said, be my all-time favorite season. Being a comic book fan, I'm a little biased. If you're not really into comics, this might not be your thing. But if you are, then oh shoot, somebody's coming. But yeah, if you are a comic book fan like me, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. Oh, they got the scoped assault back. Nice. Hope you guys enjoyed as much as I do, and I hope you guys have enjoyed just kind of hanging out with me and listening to my take on the this new season here. And until next time, don't spend your quarter anywhere else. Be awesome to each other, and talk to you guys later.